I locked myself out. I'm already late for church. Juice and Duke got out, and I'm like, I'm nervous because I don't know where they went. I'm shaking a little bit. Okay, so here is how they got out. Good morning, guys. You can barely even see me. It's 5:07 in the morning. I'm barely leaving Kayla's house so that way I can go home, feed the dogs, and get ready for church. She was gonna go to the second service at 10:45, but I normally go to the one at 9. So I was like, okay, well, if I see you, I'll see you. I'm on my way to my house. I'm gonna go feed the dogs. I could have easily left at 6 and gotten like another hour of sleep, but I left at 5 so that way I could feed the dogs real quick, take a shower. Sorry if I make you yawn. I made you yawn. That way I can go home, take a shower, and get in my word, then eat breakfast and start getting ready for church. And it usually takes me about 2 hours to get ready, so recently I've been taking about an hour and a half. So I haven't been taking as long because I've stopped using foundation. Since I stopped using foundation, I now, I don't take as long as I would. Oh yeah, I slept at Kayla's house last night because I didn't want to sleep at my house by myself. I think I mentioned that in the last clip you'd seen. I think I mentioned that yesterday. Maybe I didn't. But I just didn't want to sleep at my house by myself. Does anyone have any tips on how to get them not to mess with my mama's flower pot? This is like the first time this week, but many from last week. And they did this, and it's mainly Duke that's doing this, and he's starting to get Zeus to do this. Deucey, don't be following your brother's footsteps. You don't do that either. Just asking for any tips or tricks or anything. I'm still doing my makeup. I just got done doing my eyebrows. If anyone has any tips, tricks, or anything on how to get your dog to stop messing with the flower pot, please let me know, because trying to get them not to do that. It's mainly Duke that's been doing it because when Zeus was here by himself, he wouldn't do that at all. Now that Duke's here, Duke's doing it, and he's showing him hey, let's do this. So he's getting him to be a troublemaker as well. If anybody has any tricks, tips, anything, it would help. Thank you. Guys, I am finally done. I'm finally done getting ready. This is my makeup look for the day. And this is my fit. It's my outfit for the day. Just gotta eat breakfast and then I'll watch a few videos. Gotta get my purse. Can't forget that. Okay, now what to eat? I don't know. I feel like wearing jewelry. I don't know. Should I wear jewelry? Yes, no, maybe so.
A few moments later.
So I'm filming in the backyard because I locked myself out. I locked the door, I locked everything, and I go to my car, and my car is like a push thing. So as long as the key's nearby, I can unlock the door by pushing on the door, pushing the little button it has on the door handle. And it wasn't going off, it wasn't making that noise to unlock. And so I was like, what the heck? I was like, that's weird. And so then I kept pushing it. Still nothing. I look inside my purse. My keys aren't in there. They're inside in my room, and I forgot them. I have the doors locked. I don't know if I should wait till 10:45 to go with my friend Kayla, and I'm gonna call her, see if she can come pick me up. I tried calling my mom 5 times. She hasn't picked up. She's barely getting in her service with my grandma. So I'm currently locked out right now. Sucks. It really does. I'm gonna have to either crawl through a window, or I'm gonna have to wait here till my parents get home. I'll update you guys in a minute though, but I hope I'm not stuck out here before church. I'm already ready to. I was barely gonna leave, and this is what happens to me. Oh! Ow! I made it in! So close! Okay, I gotta run. Change out because I'm pretty sure I'm dirty. It's not within my dirty laundry. Where are you? What are the keys? Keys. Oh, wow. Wow. Exactly where I set them. I gotta change out really quick, and then I can go to church. I'm already late for church. It's 9:01. Started at 9. Let's go. I need to make sure I got my keys this time. It's on my purse. There is the beep. Now we can go. Alright guys, so church just ended and I'm in a rush to get home because Zeus and Duke got out and I'm like, I'm nervous because I don't know where they went. My brother went home. He goes through the backyard and he's like, where are the dogs? And I was taking notes on my phone, so he asks me, where are the dogs, like when was the last time you seen them, because they're not in the backyard. I told him to check the bushes. He said they're not there, so he said that there's a piece of the gate in the back broken, so I'm like nervous and I'm scared that they're not there, because the last time I seen them was before I left. And then whenever I was climbing through the window, I didn't see them, but I didn't have time to go looking for them because I was already running late for church. So I just assumed that they were hiding under the bushes and they were just chilling there, falling asleep or whatever. So, turns out they weren't there at all. So now I'm in a rush to get home. Okay, so here is how they got out. They got out through this hole. I'm assuming they broke it because it's already broken. They broke off this giant piece. I'm gonna go out looking for them because I'm super nervous. Okay, so I'm on my way to go look for them. I just posted it to my social media. I was sitting in the driveway the whole time trying to post it. Posted it to my social media, guys. If you find him or if you find either of them, like, please call me. I'm sure by the time this video goes up, I'll probably find them already. Hopefully, God willing, I find them. I hope I find them soon. I'm gonna start this way in the alley where they first left. I'll start asking people, see if they know anything.
Sometimes you're good, ain't good enough. Sometimes you try, ain't hard enough. Get real caught up in my head. Get real caught up.
Guys, I have Duke right here. I have Zeus back here in the back seat. Oh, thank God this guy found them. He had them in his backyard, by the way. I'll update you guys in a minute. So we found them. I shed a few tears, but finally we found them. I'm shaking a little bit, but we found them. My brother took them to his house to stay over there for a little bit while my dad at least fixes the fence when he gets home. I'm so happy that we found them. Oh my God. I want to cry, but I already cried, so. Troublemakers. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I found them. My brother said that, okay, so this is what happened. I came home, my brother was texting me and I was at church and my brother was texting me the whole time and he was telling me, he's like, hey, so did you close the back? Did you close the back gate? And I was like, well, it was closed whenever I left. I was like, I noticed that they weren't here, but I thought that they were hiding under the bushes or something. Like, that's all I assumed when I jumped through the window. And so he gets here around like 10 or something and I'm still at church. And he starts texting me and he's like, hey, did you leave the back gate open? I said, no. I was like, it was closed. And then he starts telling me that they're not there. He tried looking for them. He drove up and down the streets. He drove around the block. He drove everywhere. I get home and I told him, okay, I'm going to go look for them. And I called my mom. I called my dad. I called my brother. And they both said, or at least my mom said, she said for me to post about them and to post it on my social media saying, hey, like, they're missing, like, if anyone can help me or if they find them. And I did find them. Turns out this neighbor a few houses down, I go driving down the alley. No, I went driving around the block, our next block over, and I tried looking for them. And then I finally found them because I went driving down our alley. And so I went driving back there. I was driving like super slow, calling out their name and nothing. And I kept assuming that they would show up. And I was hoping that they would. And so I said a little prayer in my head. I had my windows down, music rolled down, or music volume down, windows down. I had everything down. I had to put up my hair too because the wind kept blowing at my hair. I go driving down behind our alley and then some guy, like, I'm about to turn into another alley because it goes straight and then there's another part that curves. So I was going to go through the part that curves and then I hear this guy yelling at me and he's like, hey. He starts whistling and I was like, is he whistling at me? And so I reverse and I'm looking, he's like,
are you missing anything?
I was like, yeah. And he's like,
well, what are you missing?
And I was like, my 2 dogs are missing. And so I reverse. He's like,
what kind of dogs are they?
And I wanted to reverse, get closer to him so I could tell him. Luckily, the guy was waiting for me. And so I showed him the picture. I was like, I'm missing my 2 dogs. He's like,
what kind of dogs are they?
I told him they're 2 pit bulls. I have one that's brown and I have one that's like grayish white. And I showed him a picture on my phone. I showed him my phone cover. And then he's like,
oh, okay.
He's like,
come with me.
And I was like, okay. So I follow him and I'm like driving. He's like,
ow, ow.
I'm like, do you want me to give you a ride? because like he didn't have any shoes, any socks on or anything. I'm assuming he just woke up. I follow him back to his house. He's like,
Okay, come on, get off, come on.
and then he's like, are these them? And I'm looking through the fence and I see both of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Jesus, that I found them. Oh my goodness. They were freaking driving me crazy already. I started crying. I started, I got them one by one into my car, and he's like,
Oh, my wife was here.
and she's like,
Oh look, there's another car driving slow.
and she was like,
Ask, like, get outside and see and ask if they are missing their dogs.
that's whenever he ran outside and he tried getting a hold of me, and he's like,
Were you the one driving around in a red truck?
I was like, no, that was my brother, because the keys were here, and so I told him just drive around in the truck and try to look for them until I get there. And so he drove around in my dad's truck trying to look for them. He said that he drove up and down the streets. He's like,
I tried calling him down, but he kept driving away. I guess he didn't hear me.
and I was like, oh no, I had my windows rolled down just in case, and I kept calling their names. I kept calling out Zeus and Duke and everything. So I'm assuming that's why he stopped me, and that's why he called me down, or called me over there to where he was at. Thank God I found them. So my brother took them just now to his house to keep them in there for now until my parents get home. That way my dad can fix it. Like I said, at least I found them. I'm so glad I found them. Even though my brother said he already looked up and down the streets, I'm so glad that I still went back and I still went looking for them, because if I hadn't gone, we wouldn't have found them. I'm so happy. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end the video right here. Nothing exciting happened. I've just been editing and watching different videos and stuff. I'm gonna end the video right here. My parents should be getting here soon, within like about 5 minutes, I think. They just left my aunt's house. I just called my mom. I'm going to end it right here. If you liked the video, give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys soon in another video.